All right, buckle up, Buttercup, because I'm taking you along the trip to Brunswick, Georgia, with me and my friends to celebrate this gal's birthday weekend. Callie decided she wanted to go on a trip to Brunswick, Georgia, and we were like, all right, we're going to celebrate Callie, pack our bags, and that is what we are going to do. So I am diving into this amazing, beautiful Airbnb house that was repurposed from the 1800s, and I am obsessed, so I can't wait to take you along and dive into it. So first things first, we gotta pack. So I am going to be packing up all of my stuff because, I've overpacked and barely used anything, so I wanted to at least get this on tape to show you. But I started packing in these packing cubes, and I used to hate these packing cubes, but all of a sudden, my mind has changed, and I'm obsessed. So packing cubes have helped me stay organized during a trip. So I categorize mine by dresses to pants to shirts. So I already pick out all my outfits and then, put them in there, each of those categories, because it's so much easier when you're on vacation with a lot of people. You're on everyone else's time, and you just got to have quick, easy options and planned options. So that's why I do it. And the packing cubes help with that. So 10-10 recommend if you have never tried them. And then the rest of my clothes you're asking, because I just threw in some day-to-day wear. Shoes go on the bottom because they're dirty. And then, I'm putting those packing cubes, and the packing cubes take up pretty much the rest of my suitcase. So everything else gets shoved randomly. So bathing suits, like bathing suits covers to, undergarments, whatever. I'm shoving everything else. My pajamas probably go like on top because I wear shorts and like a t-shirt to bed on vacation, like nothing crazy. So everything's just being shoved. So packing cubes, I might need like one more, couple more. That would be better. And easier to fit, but we're getting there. I officially tried it, and now you've seen and know the reason why I like them. So that's pretty much it. So I'm going to be stuffing, the rest of my suitcase and closing her up. And while you guys are watching that, I'm diving into more things about Victorian-style house, because we are talking about architecture, people. Architecture, I am a geek about. I love the history of architecture, design styles especially. So we stayed in this amazing Airbnb in Brunswick, Georgia, in the historic, downtown. And it was built in the, 1895 by William Bunkley, of Cumberland Island. He was an owner of Brunswick Coal and Wood Company back in the day. The new homeowners wanted to renovate it and keep it a traditional feel and update it with some modern touches. So I'm just going to go over what traditional design style is and modern touches, so you kind of know what I'm talking about when, we're diving into the video. So some traditional stuff, or some Victorian design style. We're going to talk about the exterior first. So Victorian design style, on the exterior, you're going to have those pitched roofs, a bright ornamental facade, ornamental gables, bay open windows, wraparound porches, small gardens, and asymmetrical facades as well. They're very asymmetrical. So in a little bit after this, you will get like a little diagram on our way to Brunswick, and you can kind of see what all of those, characteristics are. But we are on our way down to Brunswick, Georgia. Super excited. It took us 7 hours and 30 minutes on a 5-hour and 30-minute trip. But, we had to stop at Buc-ee's. But we obviously got to Georgia safe and sound, because here is me on this beautiful porch of the Victorian-style house. So here you see all of the beautiful design features that they've included and kept. I love the blue siding and the wraparound porch. Great for sitting out there at night because they had little lights on the banister, and it was just really pretty. And it overlooked this gorgeous oak tree, which Brunswick, Georgia is known for, or there's a lot of, at least. I mean, they're known for like the Lover's Oak Tree, which is like the oldest oak tree ever. But we had this beautiful oak tree outside our front porch, and I mean, to display these beautiful ferns. These ferns are also a great addition to their porch. I thought they were fake for like 2 days, and then somebody, touched one, and then it's not fake. They're real. They actually have a watering system, which was brilliant, and I really need to figure out how to do that because ferns, especially in that heat, oh, I don't know how you keep them alive. So needy. But I'm zooming in on the obviously beautiful oak tree because, I mean, we stayed and looked at it on the porch. It was crazy. I mean, you guys can see the weather. It's not that great. It's about 65. Kind of cold, honestly. Maybe 60. Raining. All of that good stuff. But it's okay. It's not going to take a dapper on our weekend because we had a ball. So let's dive into this tour. All right, we're diving into the tour. All right, we're walking into the foyer. The foyer had undergone extensive renovation of the moldings and plaster with the new addition of a newel post, which I will kind of zoom in later. But we're going to just keep walking, and we're going to go into our bathroom first. You will probably see us do this a couple times, this beautiful hallway in the mirror. We took a million pictures and videos in it. But we're going to take our first left into the 3/4 bath. This is our bathroom that we used all throughout the weekend. I love it because it kind of was already like a modern like bathroom. You can see it was an addition, an add-on to the house, but they still kept that traditional style. So the thick cabinetry and the darkness, but they have the modern colors. So the white and the black, the vessel sink, the barn door, all the way tile to ceiling. So already 3/4 bath is popping. And then we are going to be making our way down the hallway to the first room. If you're entering the house, it's going to be on the right. If you're walking the way we are, it's on the left. So this is the parlor. The parlor is for entertaining. If you look at this wallpaper, the wallpaper actually was ceiling to floor. And the new owners, wanted that modern touch to bring that traditional style, but keeping that modern touch. So they painted all the other walls white and kept that wall as the accent wall in the original wallpaper. I love every little detail about this house, especially these light switches. You'll probably see me do this like 5 more times because they're so much cooler than a standardized light switch. But going back to the parlor, this is a place for entertaining. So you have a cute little bar area. The center of focus is definitely the wallpaper and the fireplace. Keeping that traditional feel with the mirror to the fireplace, the thick detail oriented to the base of the lampshade to the bulky couch, that is going to give you all of those traditional styles. But the great thing is how they add that modern pizzazz to it, as they kept it super simple. Like, they don't have too much going on. They kept it with white airy curtains to elaborate on the color of the area. And how simple and organized that is. So you're taking that modern simplicity and you're applying it to that traditional feel to give it that good blend. And that is what you see a lot in the parlor, which is awesome. I mean, all throughout the house, and you'll get that. But I love how the designer kept the sconces and changed the sconces on every single little atmosphere, or added sconces, but every sconce is different in the area. There is your grand staircase. First thing you walk into the foyer, that is your center of, your point of interest. Now we're diving into the kitchen. So the kitchen is absolutely beautiful. We spent the most time as a group in the kitchen, or I felt like we spent majority of the time in the kitchen because it's so pretty. But it's your modern kitchen with splashes of traditional feel, which is really great. They kept obviously the original flooring, so that wood floor. They have the beautiful, I thought it was quartz. I hope it's quartz because it looks just like quartz countertop with the white cabinetry. So very modern. The appliances are silver with the poles and the finishes. So again, modern. So I like how they, blended that with the original flooring. The porcelain deep sink is very traditional, so that was a good touch. It also kind of gave it a farmhouse vibe with like the pig next to it. I don't know if she meant to do that, but it's very interesting. I like it. Very good mixing. Got the tile backsplash of all white. And then the cool thing about the wall is that the wallpaper the top part of the abstract kind of looks like abstract art, but it's like several different layers of paint and wallpaper over the years, and they made it into that, you know, they kept it and like, you know, repurposed and put a finishing coat on it so that they could keep it. And then the chair rail, which is the other half of the wall, is a protective barrier for like chairs hitting the wall to protect it. But I love those two together. So we're diving into the powder room right now. So the powder room is very good blend as well. You have the traditional style sink, the pedestal sink, and then you have the traditional style lavatory, so the toilet, with that modern day feel. So you have the white and the black, very simple, and then those cafe curtains as well. This was an addition to the house or an add-on because you can see the original siding of the house that they used and the windows that are in the house. So you'll see that actually repeated throughout. So very beautiful. Originally, this was the butler's pantry. I love a butler's pantry, but this is a divide between the formal dining room and the kitchen, where you can kind of, you know, grab and entertain and make drinks. You can see the stainless glass that is, you know, an art decor piece. So that's very traditional in this modern area. They kept the windows to give it, you know, a like you can see through, keeping the original French windows, and all very modern pulleys, countertop. They got tile for traditional, like very well done and blended. Definitely have thresholds all throughout the house. I'm not used to thresholds at all, so I stepped my toe a couple times, but thresholds are cool. Very traditional, very old, but this area I loved because it was light area. Like I would want to, you know, make cool, cute mixed drinks. The lighting in this house is absolutely amazing. Like that is what really blends a traditional and modern feel, is natural light with artificial lighting. And traditional never had great lighting. So you bring that modern feel into it and it's like, wow, great blend. As we are moving to the formal dining room, you have your traditional style mirror, that gold mirror. You have the gold photo frames hanging up on the wall. You got that very point of interest, the center of attention chandelier. You got the very traditional style kitchen table and bulky chair backs. Traditional frames again, to the detail around the molding around and the trimming around the door. And then you have that modern abstract art. And still adding, you know, very texture, pops of color, great blend. You can see that they have put up a lot of walls or plaster into it. Obsessed with these. These aren't your average light switch, as I mentioned before. They were like little buttons to turn on and off like lighting in the house all throughout. Like that was the main light switch. Very traditional is the drapes. The drapes are velvet and thick, but they're giving that modern feel because of the color, because that's a trending modern color, but comfort color. So that is a good blend on that as well. Still incorporating those textures, so that velvet to the cotton to the linen to the abstract art to the soft carpet around the hardwood floors. Very well done. I loved how the designer also included like the history of the old town, or, you know, certain things that happened as artwork and center of attention in that like one thing. So it's beautiful. And then you kind of come out of here. This was another add-on. The detail in the doorknob was so beautiful. I love crystal doorknobs. But this is the siding in the house, so you can see that this is an add-on, and they did a good job as like this as a landing zone, drop zone, you know, mud room, whatever you want it to be. Added that on, and then we're not going to show you where we stayed first because that's saving the best for last. But before our room or after our room is the study. The study had a pull-out couch where one of our friends slept, but the study was very moody. I liked it. You still had those heavy drapes, so blackout drapes, which are amazing on vacation. And then you have the traditional style mirrors to the door frames to the furniture, but then it still gave you that like modern day touches with the white and the lots of lighting. If you opened up the windows, like it felt very like beautiful in the daytime, and it's good overall like study vibe. So I do some work there and homework, no doubt. Yeah, so they do a great job with just blending both the traditional and modern day effects. Um, we are making our way down the hallway and up the beautiful staircase. The staircase, still has the traditional style detail, and thickness of the wood, and again, detail ornamentation of the wood. The chair rail is beautiful. It's very light and airy, has that dark wood, so still giving that traditional taste. All 32 double hung windows in the house are glass, and some of the glass is wavy, which gives it that illusion, which is very cool. A lot of the kitchen was wavy, a lot of the upstairs bedroom is wavy, which is pretty. They're still giving that traditional touch with the cafe windows, but modern feel because everything is painted white and very simple and sleek. It's this cute little sitting area, and then on the left is the master bedroom, on the right is another guest bedroom. But the master bedroom is broken up into a laundry room with the beautiful tile that I will zoom in later on for you. But this is a great laundry room because it has extra storage in it. It's very all modern though. The traditional comes in the detail of the doors and how thick, the cabinets go up. I would say that would be the only traditional style. Rest is modern, which I feel like you need in a laundry room. But storage is a must, so it's good, pretty decent size. And then we break into the master bedroom after we get a quick glance. But the master bedroom was beautiful. It held a king-size bed with two traditional style nightstands painted in a modern gray. And then the overstuffed furniture gives that traditional style along with the modern day chandelier. The drapes are very thick in the back, which is great for when you're sleeping. So, sun can't come in. And then you go down this little hallway. On the left is going to be the closet with the beautiful tile. Look at that geometric tile. Oh, light gray. Very modern wash to it. So it's that. And then it's also in the toilet. So the toilet had its own separate room. Very unique, private, closed off, which in the older days, that's what they liked. So built-in bookshelves or built-in shelves are cool. Great for displaying things, that modern effect. And then you have to come into the bathroom, which is a double vanity, which is absolutely beautiful, one on each side. In the middle is going to be your freestanding tub with the claw ball foot, freestanding copper tub. And then their shower was a standing shower, which had like waterfall and different, heads. So I didn't get that, but it was absolutely beautiful. Wish I would have gotten to shower in there too. And then on the right side is a guest bedroom, but the main takeaway from that, I didn't get to film for that room, but the main takeaway from that is that it had a beautiful, picture frame of the original wallpaper that was in that bathroom, of the guest bathroom. So that was really cool touch that they added and changed up. Plus, it was a modern day with traditional feel, pretty much like the rest of the house. But the designer and everything did so good. So I've saved the best for last. As we're making our way down and passing the cool mirror again, my bestie Emily is behind me. She is going to show you guys and try out our cool bed in our room. So, I wanted to save this best for last because our room has a swinging bed. So the swinging bed is mounted to the top of the roof, obviously, or the ceiling. And Emily is trying out the bed. I'm in like slow motion in the video. It's so weird, but it moves every inch, every bit moves. So like they have protective barriers on the back. So, and it's a little close to the wall, so it doesn't really swing that much, but it does swing every time you move. So imagine just like sleeping next to a person who moves a lot or can't get comfortable or has to use the restroom. So like I feel like the bed was always swinging 24/7. As you can see,
They had the
and
original siding
this was
to the
actually an
house,
addition
which is really
to the
cool
house.
and
This was the
unique
back patio
with that
where the
modern
bed lay.
traditional
So
feel.
that's where they
I love
categorized
this
and put that
Airbnb.
into
It
the
was so
room.
fun to
The
stay in
siding
and
of the
just like see all the detail for like past 3 days. Very thankful. But that concludes our tour of the Brunswick, Georgia Victorian-style house. Here are some pictures of things that we did, and I obviously had to get some peaches from Georgia and make a good drink, so go look on the website for that recipe. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like.